Hello student, welcome to VisionQ YouTube channel. আজি আমি আপোনালোকৰ লগত ডিসকাস কৰিব বিচাৰিছো এখন এছে যি আমি আগতে এছেৰ ভিডিওস বনাইছিলো এছেস আৰু ডিসকাশন কৰিছিলো অলৰেডি দুখন এছে আপোনালোকে পাইছে তাৰে লগতে মই আপোনালোকক মেনশন কৰি থৈছিলো কেইখনমান এছেৰ কথা আজি আমি তাৰে ভিতৰত এখন ডিসকাস কৰিব লৈছো সেইখন হৈছে হোমেন বৰগোহাঁইৰ ওপৰত আৰু এই এছেখন এখন বিখ্যাত ব্যক্তিৰ ওপৰত পাৰ্সোনালিটিৰ ওপৰত যেহেতু ইয়াতে গুটেখিনি আপোনালোকে ডিটেইলস পাব হোমেন বৰগোহাঁই দেৱৰ কথা so let's start with the video here. So first of all, the first portion will be as usual jikhini ami apnalokok already kosilo tate thakibo introduction jihetu ekhon personality er kotha hoy ekhon ejon manhor bikhoy ami yate kom yate ami introduction wise discuss korim so in the first slide you have your introduction thakibo teor bikhoye teor kotha kisuman jikhini ami history pora teor life or pora lua teor kam kaj hokolo bostu ami yate include korim to first ote ase apnalokor Homen Borgohain is an eminent Assamese writer and journalist. He is one of the most influential novelists and writers of Assam. He was the president of the Assam Sahitya Sabha during 2001 to 2002 so ikhini amar important kisuman point hoy important points khini yate mention kora thakibo in the introduction itself so in the introduction you have he was the president of the Assam Sahitya Sabha during 2001 to 2002 so etu eta important aspect hoy jikhini apnaloke introduction at include koribo lagibo jihetu personality kotha discuss hoy ase yate ma bare bare koso teor gute important aspects khini apnaloke introduction er pora end or loke continue kori jabo lagibo then you have he is one of the people who played the role of guardian and guide in Assamese national people's life from the 20th century teor importance khini ketiar pora basically relevant asile that is 20th century to the 21st century so apnalokok agote mention kora hoise je whenever there will be some important dates or some important facts and figures if and only if you are it is relevant and you are very sure about it then only you can mention it in your essay so this 20th century to 21st century is a very relevant information about Homen Borgohain so apnaloke ekhini introduction ot include koribo paribo then you have Borgohain played an immense role in developing positive and intellectual thought across Assam through editing various popular and high quality magazines so jihetu teo ejon journalist asile he was a writer he was a journalist as well so here we have included about his editing task that is developing positive and intellectual thought across Assam through editing various popular and high quality magazines in parallel with successfully introducing national literature to the world with creative and rich writing so teor gute literatures kini kotha teor jiman khini likhisile teor jiman khini writings asile whatever the works he has done gute khini national literature or under on include kora hoy because those are his magnum opus those are his huge works which have included northeastern writings and other aspects of northeast and Assam so next you have the life work thoughts and ideals of Homen Borgohain who made an important contribution to the literary culture news teo as a writer ba journalist nasile teo hokolo pine nijor kam khini ase korisile tate thakibo apnalokor literary culture news etc of Assam not only inspired Assam and Assamese but also made public life fruitful as a guide in search of for the right path of life teorokol kam news or logot related nasile teorokol kam literary ba cultural work or logot nasile teo as a whole people or life to hanghatik dhoronar influence korisile apnaloke he introduction part ot gute khini bostu hangori humai dibo jate introduction er para continuation to hoy thake and there need not be any kind of loopholes whenever you will be writing about a personality because ebur information gather kori likha hoy ebur gutei khini apnalokor detail information thakibo lagibo he information khini through re he gutei essay khon hobo because I'm again and again repeating the fact that it's about a personality you can't change any kind of fact there apnaloke nijor mote kono dhoroner fact bhorabo nware so be careful about everything be careful about the facts that you are including in the essay. Next you have Homen Borgohain, a strong personality and high thinking officer, was a literary educationist. So jeneke moi apnalokok mention korisu teu okol news ba literature logot nohoy teu hokolo pine kam korisile, that is literary educationist, intellectual. Then you have your journalist as well as devoted social worker. Teu hokolo pine nijor kam khini biopar rakhisile. This will be your introduction. Teu introduction khini ekhinite thakibo. Next, in the next slide, you have your biography of Homen Borgohain. So, biography apnaluke teu kam khini, teu jonmo, teu life to gute khini yate apnaluke include koribo. So, yate moi include korisu teu jonmor pora. That is, he was born on December 7, 1932. So, obviously, biography teu jonmo khini kotha thakibo, jonmo mitrur kotha thakibo on December 7, 1932. Aru teu jonmo hoisile Guwahati, Lakhimpur district of Assam. This is very, very important. Apnaluke ekhini mention koribo lagibo. Teu biography. He studied at Cotton College, Guwahati. He was married to famous writer Nirupama Borgohain. So, etu eta important aspect hoy, etu eta important information apnalokor karone. He was married to famous Assamese writer. Teu wife asile Nirupama Borgohain and teu as a bikhat writer asile. So, next line, in the next line apnaloke dekha pabo eta bahut important information ase, that is the writer couple wrote a novel called Puar Purobi Hondhiar Bivag. Ekhon hoise teulokor joint venture. Puar Purobi Hondhiar Bivag. To ekhon teuluke ekeloge likhisile. Writer couple wrote a novel called Puar Purobi Hondhiar Bivag. Aro ekhon hoise, which is the first and perhaps the only joint novel written in Assamese. Eto bahut besi important kotha hoy, apnaluke biography teu karone include koribo. And jodi apnaluke yare information aro bisari pae, then obviously hetu include koribo napahoribo, because this is a very important aspect about Homen Borgohain. Hetu hoise the writer couple, that is Homen Borgohain and Nirupama Borgohain joint venture asile teulukor Puar Purobi Hondhiar Bivag. Aro this is the first and perhaps the only joint novel written in Assamese. Maybe it is the only joint novel written in Assamese by the couple. Next you have, he was an Assam government officer. So biography is jehetu ami yate teu gute life tour kotha include koribo lagibo. So ekhini hoise teu jonmo, teu porha, teu life or kotha. Next you have, he was an Assam government officer, but he resigned after an issue related to his work. Teu first ote asile, teu first kam keneke arambho korisile as an Assam government officer, but teu resignation disile teu kamor pora because some issues came up. To next thakibo apnalokor teu baki kam khini. Teu ki korisile Assam government officer upore resignation diar pesot he edited Saptahik Nilachal. Ekhon Saptahik Nilachal. Next you have Sutradhar, Assam Bani aru North East Time. Teu North East Time, Assam Bani, Sutradhar aru Saptahik Nilachal bili paper keikhonor editor hisabe kam korisile. Next teu kam to hoise, he also worked as a chief editor of popular Assamese daily Amar Assam. Etu eta important kotha jitu apnaloke mention koribo aru details ot kiba information thakileo include kori dibo, that is he worked as the chief editor of popular Assamese daily Amar Assam. Next ahibo teu novels or kotha, teu first and other works or kotha. This is also an important thing. Apnaloke ekhini biography paragraph wise include koribo jate bostu khini in a category wise dhuniyake ulai pore. Next thakibo apnalokor novel or kotha. His first novel was Huola. Teu first novel khon asile Huola 1962 ta ahisile. Aru novel khonor bikhoye okoman mention kori dibo, because if you are writing something about a personality, teu kamor bikhoye jodi kiba likhi ase, teu ki dhoronor kam korisile, kenuka dhoronor bikhoy bostubur likhisile, loisile teu kamot, apnaloke dhuniya ko hekhini mention kori dibo. To novel khon asile, the novel narrated the life of a simple village girl who comes to a city in search of a better life but ends up in prostitution because of social and economical factors. To apnaloke novel khonor bikhoye bahut khini kotha yate mention koribo pare. Jihetu novel khon asile ezoni swalir bikhoye june city better life or searchot ahe but ends up in prostitution. Aru 1962 te prostitution or kotha Assomot likha hoisile aru Homen Borgohain likhisile. To apnaloke hei bostu khini yate ako okoman digholiya koi mention koribo pare. Next teu novel khonor kotha hoise, next novel khon asile teur hekhon hoise Tantric. Next novel khon hoise Tantric aru hekhon ahisile 1967 tantric or bikhoy bostu to asile values of mysticism. মিষ্টিক্যাল কথা জাদুই কথা কিছুমানৰ mention asile tantrikot mysticism or oporat asile second novel khon so these are some important novel aru bahut khini kam ase jekhini ami side by side include kori jam side by side discuss kori jam kintu jehetu ami teonlokor biography kotha mention kori aso so yate teor important dukhon kamor kotha aru tare bikhoy bostu khini ki asile ideas bur kenuka asile hetu agotia koi mention kori dibo next thakibo apnalokor in 2013 Borgohain resigned from all post of Assam Sahitya Sabha to teor akon eta dangor decision teor life or hetu hoise in 2013 Borgohain resigned from all post of Assam Sahitya Sabha etu bostu apnaloke mention koribo tare logote apnaloke Assam Sahitya Sabhar kotha okoman details ot mention koribo pare jate category wise ei bostu khini dunia koi ulai pore so teo asile Assam Sahitya Sabhar member kintu 2013 ot teo so postor pora resign kori disile aru post bur kenuka asile but teo kibur postot asile hebur hoise some primary honorary and lifetime membership post teo hokolo dhoronor postor pora Assam Sahitya Sabhar pora resignation disile he took the action protesting irregularities inside the largest literary organization of Assam Assam Sahitya Sabha hoise Assamor largest literary organization aru tare kisuman irregularities hoi thoka karone 2013 ot Borgohain tare por hokolo postor pora teo resignation disile this is also very important aspect of his life aru jihetu ami personality kotha likhi aso ejon manuhor kotha manuhor life or kotha yate mention koribo logia hoise teo life or hokolu aspect aru especially important aspect bur highlight kori apnaloke nijor asset mention koribo next thakibo apnalokor social works yate social worker kotha ase yate ase he is also a social activist ami already mention korisu teo ejon social worker ru asile teo social activist ejon asile aru teo form korisile karuna dhara it's like an NGO non profit organization NGO eta asile hetu hoise karuna dhara aru teo karuna dharat ki kam korisile ami janu NGOs bur bahut beleg dhoroner kam kori thake animals humans old age orphanage hokolore karone NGOs ase to teor ekhon NGO asile hetu hoise karuna dhara aru teo karuna dhara ki kam korise to help people suffering from physical and mental illness so Homen Borgohain was a proprietor of physical and mental illness also and he karuna dhara through the family junbur manu has physical ba mental illness or pora suffer kori ase ba family members as well teonlukok financial support to provide kora hosile so and to support financially poor people in receiving costly specialized medical treatment to etu asile teor social work or bahut besi important aspect aru teor NGO tor naam asile karuna dhara etu monot rakhibo etu mention koribo na pahoribo because it will be a plus point for your essay so teo social activist hisabe karuna dhara boli NGO eta form korisile jot physical and mental illness or manu treatment kora hoisile logote financially poor people of costly specialized medical treatment or kane financial support disile next ahibo teor career or kotha yate ase teor career or hokolo khini important ups and downs or every aspects of his career so yate arambhonite ase after completing his graduation Homen Borgohain joined the teaching profession to teor kam kor pora arambho hoisile after completing his graduation or pisote Homen Borgohain teaching profession join korisile teo as an teacher hisabe Guwahati higher secondary school ot teacher hisabe nijukti lav korisile etu teor career or arambhoni asile but after teaching for a few days he passed the Assam administrative service examination in 1955 ami agoteu paisu teo Assam government or under ot kam korisile aru he government exam to disile teo 1955 ot aru hetu ase Assam administrative service examination in 1955 ot pass korile aru teo Guwahati higher secondary school bad dibologa hol aru teo as an SDC job join korile 1955 ot to first asile teo as a teacher Guwahati higher secondary school ot next he passed the Assam administrative service examination and then he joined government job as an SDC but after bitter and sweet experience he gave resignation from full job in 1955 ot teo SDC hisabe join korisile but due to some bitter and sweet experience in his job again teo nijor SDC postor pora resignation disile hetu hoise 1968 ebur dates and facts bur apnaloke mention koribo ketio na pahoribo because teo gute life or পাৰ্ট বাই পাৰ্ট ইয়াতে তেওঁৰ কামখিনি তেওঁৰ লাইফত কি ঘটিছিলে গোটেইখিনি উলাই পৰিব নেক্সট আহিব তেওঁৰ SDCৰ পিছৰ জাৰ্নিটো That is, after giving resignation as an SDC, he took over as the founding editor of a paper called Weekly Nilachal. SDC poster pora prothome teacher, then SDC poster pora resignation diar pisot, teo founding editor hisabe kam korisile kunkhon paper that is your Weekly Nilachal. This is very important to remember. Weekly Nilachal aru tate kam korisile 1977 or loike. He later took over as the founding editor of a paper called Weekly Citizen. Next, আকৌ তেওঁ Weekly Citizen বুলি পেপাৰ এখনৰ কাৰণে ফাউন্ডিং এডিটৰ হিচাপে কাম কৰিছিলে In 1980 Homen Borgohain took over editing of a paper called Lokayat 1980 তেওঁ কোনখন পেপাৰৰ কাৰণে কাম কৰিছিলে that is Lokayat আৰু হেতু আছিল 1980 Later, he was subsequently appointed as a special representative of Northeast in a daily Bengali newspaper. So, agor jiman khini journalism or kam asile hekhini sai Bengali newspaper enor karone aru newspaper khonar naam asile Ajkal. Bengali newspaper Ajkal or karone teo Northeast or representative hisabe appoint kora hoisile representative of the Northeast. Aru publish kor pora hoisile Kolkata aru year asile 1981. This is very, very important for you. 1981. Homen Borgohain then took over as the founding editor of 3 magazines at the same time. Ekhini asile newspaper or kotha tare logot 1981 ot tem Bengali newspaper Ajkalot Northeast or representative hisabe kam korisile aru logote tinikhon magazine or eta samoyete founding editor hisabe kam korisile. Magazine geikhon hoise Samakal hetu asile 1987 ot Sutradhar 1989 and then Kishore 1991 tinikhon ekeloge teo kam korisile founding editor hisabe he later took over as editor of Assam Bani this is Assam Bani in 1993 teo ekebare editor hisabe kam korisile Assam Bani 1993 he resigned as an editor of Assam Bani in 1997 he then again resigned from Assam Bani in 1997 ekhini gute facts and figures hoy teon life for apnaloke dunia koi bostu khini mention koribo aru logote jodi kiba extra information thake extra kiba add koribo logia thake then if that extra information is very very relevant then apnaloke dunia koi ekhini boholai likhi tate add kori dibo and took over as the founding editor of daily paper called Amar Assam aru 1997 ot teo Founding 1997 তে অসম বাণীৰ পৰা ৰেজিগনেশ্যন দি আমাৰ অসম পেপাৰখন জয়েন কৰিছিল In 2004 he resigned as an editor of Our Assam paper তো আমাৰ অসম Assam পেপাৰৰ পৰাও তেওঁ 2004 ত ৰেজিগনেশ্যন দিছিলে and again he joined Dainik Samachar তেওঁ আকৌ দৈনিক সমাচাৰ জয়েন কৰিছিলে তেওঁ গুটেই লাইফ টু জাৰ্নালিজমৰ লগত ৰিলেটেড আছিল তেওঁ মেগাজিন আৰু নিউজপেপাৰৰ লগত বহুতখিনি ৰিলেটেড আছিল সো যিমানখিনি তেওঁ কাম কৰিছিলে সাইড বাই সাইড তাৰ লগতে বহুতখিনি বেলেগ ধৰণৰ কামো তেওঁ কৰি থাকিছিল আপোনালোকে গুটেই ইনফৰমেশনছ খিনি ৰেলেভেন্ট ইনফৰমেশনছ খিনি উইথ ডেট এণ্ড আদাৰ ফিগাৰছ আপোনালোকে তাতে মেনশন কৰি দিব সো আৱাৰ অসমৰ পৰা ৰেজিগনেশ্যন দিয়াৰ পিছত তেওঁ ফাউন্ডিং এডিটৰ হিচাপে জয়েন কৰিছিলে দৈনিক সমাচাৰ লগত আকৌ 2005 ত তেওঁ ৰেজিগনেশ্যন দিছিলে ডেইলি নিউজপেপাৰৰ পৰা 2005 and took over as the founding editor of fortnightly thought literary magazine Satsari 2005 ত তেওঁ নিউজপেপাৰৰ ডেইলি নিউজপেপাৰৰ এডিটৰ হিচাপে ৰেজিগনেশ্যন দি লিটাৰেৰী মেগাজিন Satsari জয়েন কৰিছিলে as an founding editor This was a turning point in his life for a few days followed by Homen Borgohain in 2006 again took over as the editor-in-chief of Our Assam. Our Assam 2004 ত resignation দিছিলে তাৰে পিছত literary magazine Satsari join কৰিছিলে 2005 ত আকৌ 2006 ত resignation দি 2006 তে তেওঁ Our Assam ত editor-in-chief হিচাপে join কৰিছিলে আপোনালোকে এখিনি কনফিউজ নহব ধুনিয়াকৈ লাইন বাই লাইন গুটেখিনি কন্টিনিউ কৰি যাব লগতে ডেটস বোৰ ধুনিয়াকৈ একৰ্ডিংলি লিখি মনত ৰাখিব চেষ্টা কৰিব যাতে ডেটস খিনিৰ মাজত কোনো ধৰণৰ কনফিউজন ক্ৰিয়েট নহয় Homen Borgohain served as the editor-in-chief of the Neomia Barta paper. তেওঁ লগতে এটো বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হয় আপোনালোকে এনিও মনত ৰাখিব that is তেওঁ Neomia Bartar editor-chief আছিল Neomia Barta paper খনত তেওঁ editor-in-chief আছিল he also took root in মুখামুখি তেওঁ লগতে মুখামুখি show to কাম কৰিছিল that air before satellite channel News Live and also took the lead in News Lives আমি সকলোৱে এটো show চাইছিলো আপোনালোকৰ মনত থাকিব লাগে that is কথা বাৰ্তা বুলি program এটা দিছিলে তাতে তেওঁ interviews কিছুমান conduct কৰিছিলে আৰু তেওঁ till death he show tour member হিচাপে আছিলে so হেতু এটা তেওঁৰ কাৰণে বহুত ডাঙৰ কাম আছিলে তেওঁ গুটেই জাৰ্নালিজম আৰু নিউজৰ লগতে ৰিলেটেড থাকিলে গুটেই লাইফ টু তেওঁৰ আৰু গুটেই লাইফ টুৰ কামখিনি তেওঁৰ জাৰ্নালিজম নিউজ পেপাৰ আৰ্টিকলছ হেবোৰৰ আখে-পাখে ঘূৰি আছিল Next ahil, an esteemed journalist known for his thought-provoking and razor-sharp political writings. Jodi kotha barta apnaloke saise and apnaloke kotha bartar kotha mention koribo nijor essay khonot tate thakibo and teor kothaburor bikhoye teor dhunia thought-provoking aru razor-sharp political writings kisuman likhisile ba korisile aru he was the founder editor of mainly weekly magazines আমি আগতেও তেওঁৰ কথা মেনশন কৰিছো যত তেওঁ ম্যাগাজিনছত তেওঁ এডিটৰ হিচাপে কাম কৰিছিল লগতে কিছুমান উইকলি ম্যাগাজিনছ আছিল যিবোৰত তেওঁ এডিটৰ হিচাপে কাম কৰিছিল হেবোৰ হৈছে নাগৰিকত তেওঁ কাম কৰিছিল 1977 সামাকালত কাম কৰিছিল 1987 ত আৰু বহুতখিনি আছে যিখিনি ম্যাগাজিনত উইকলি ম্যাগাজিনছত তেওঁ কন্টিনিউয়াসলি কাম কন্টিনিউ কৰি আছিল নেক্সট আহিলে he also served as a special correspondent at the Calcutta based daily আজকালৰ কথা আমি অকমান আগতে পাতিছো তেওঁ নৰ্থ ইষ্টৰ ৰিপ্ৰেজেন্টেটিভ হিচাপে আজকালত কাম কৰিছিল আৰু আজকালখন আছিল কেলকাতা বেসড ডেইলি his work featuring in its north east section আৰু তেওঁৰ কামখিনি ফিচাৰ কৰিছিল নৰ্থ ইষ্ট সেকশন for a few years from 1981 আৰু কামটো কেতিয়াৰ পৰা আৰম্ভ হৈছিল that is your 1981 where he wrote many pieces and was the first person Now here comes an important information that is the first person from Assam to interview Mrs. Gandhi at length. Mrs. Gandhi logot digholia ko interview kora Assomor pora teo first person asile hetu homoy. This is also very very important. If you have any other information related to it apnaloke dhuniya ko yate mention koribo paribo. Now next ahile ekhini asile teo career or kotha ei gutei khini apnaloke teo career or kotha ase কামখিনিৰ কথা আছে নেক্সট আহিব তেওঁৰ লিটাৰেৰী ওয়ার্কসৰ কথা যেহেতু আমি লিটাৰেৰী ওয়ার্কসৰ কথা ইমান দেৰি পাতি আছো কিছুমান ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট লিটাৰেৰী ওয়ার্কস আছে যিখিনি মেনশন নকৰি নোৱাৰি আৰু আপোনালোকে ধুনিয়াকৈ এখিনি প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফ ওয়াইজ কোনো information skip নকৰাকৈ মেনশন কৰিব পাৰিব that is the works of Borgohain have attracted the attention of the readers and critics the magic of his words and his dignified personality and তেওঁৰ গুটেই কামখিনিত বহুত বেছি dignified আছিল বহুত বেছি respectful আছিল যেহেতু তেওঁৰ পার্সোনালিটি টুৱে এটা ডিগনিফাইড পার্সোনালিটি আছিল এন্ড তেওঁৰ ওয়ার্ডস খিনিয়ে ৰিডাৰ্স এন্ড ক্ৰিটিক্স অফ বহুত বেছি attract কৰিছিল has earned him a position in the field of Indian literature আৰু তেওঁ not only in Assam but also as a whole Indian literature তেওঁৰ নামটো লিপিবদ্ধ কৰা আছে he is one of those rare artists who have allowed the flow of his life to find its own form in art আৰু তেওঁ ইমান বেছি dedicative artist asile je teor gute life to artor karone dedicate kori thoisile his novel aru teor okol literary works of novel bilie nasile okol newspaper ba journalism or logot nasile teor bahut khini kam kori thoi goise henuka hoise his novel short story aru poetry aru works of sheer genius to prothom to ase Pita Putra is one of the most important works of the celebrated writer Pita Putra khon ami hokolwe hunisu ekhonor bikhoye to Pita Putra khon hoise teor ekhon bahut beshi important work and for the novel he was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award teo Sahitya Academy Award hoy aru teo jikhon kamor karone jitu kamor karone teo Sahitya Academy Award paisile hetu kam hoise Pita Putra Borgohain's autobiography teo autobiography o likhisile aru autobiography konor naam hoise Atmanuhondhan is considered to be one of the most valuable contribution to the Assamese literature. He wrote the autobiography in the 80s decade. Aru teo nijor autobiography kon likhisile 80s or homoy. It is one of the most read and discussed books of that time. Etiao teo autobiography kon hokolwe pohe or discuss kore. Kintu likha hoisile teo 80s decade or homoyote. Next ase teo important kaam hoise Motsogandha. This is also a very important work of woman Borgohain. Matsya is another of his most famous work which depicts the story of a low caste woman Menaka. Matsya kar kotha koa ase Menaka boli ejoni low caste womanor kotha, and the story of the novel has been made into a motion picture. Naloke Matsya naporhileo you can just go and watch the movie as well, because teor he novel khon movie to translate movie bonua hoise, motion picture ot adapt kora hoise. In Astarang and Edinor diary, he successfully scans the existence of man with all its complexities. Next time dukhon important kam hoise Astarang aro Edinor diary. Tate human existence or kotha mention korise logote with all its complexities. Amar life or complexities types of human existence, amar existence or kotha teon dhuniya koi dangi dhorise. That is your Astarang and Edinor diary. Next aru kisuman important teon kam hoise ba novel hobo. Shubala hekhon asile 1962, Kushilava 1970, Timir Tirtha 1977, Halodia Soraye Baudhan Khai 1973, Haudor Puteke Nao Meli Jai. Eibur kisuman teor important novels. Homen Borgohain, who picked up a pen while studying in primary school, his first short story, teor first short story to naam asile Abeli Alibat's song. Okhomiyat hole Abeli Alibator gan. Was published in Cotton College Mouthpiece. Cotton College ot teor prothome nijor short story to publish korisile Cotton Nyan jikhon Mouthpiece asile Cotton College or tate teor first short story Abeli Alibat's song publish kora hosile. Borgohain's first collection of stories which we made the Assamese literature store-worthy is Various ba Bibhinno Chorus. Etu hoise teor first short story collection, aru stories or collection or naam to hoise Various ba Bibhinno Chorus, published hoisile 1955. In addition, his published short story collection are teor not only Various ba Bibhinno Chorus, but also he have other short stories as well, and those are For Love and Death, Prem aru Mrittur Karone, hekhon published hoisile 1958, Stories and Design 1966 ot, Swapna Smriti Bikhat 1989 ot, Luminous Consciousness of Existence, Akhomiyat hoise Ostittor Jyotirmoyi Chetona, aru hekhon edit korisile Tirtha Phukone 1991. Borgohain's only collection of poem. Teor poem u likhisile kintu teor only ekhone collection ase to hoise Haimanthi. Aru hekhon published hoisile 1987. So this is also very important. Teor only ekhon collection asile poem on, that is Haimanthi, aru hekhon published kora hoisile 1987. Teor ekhini literary works ase aru kisuman bahut works ase jibur ami najanu ba gom poa najay, apnaluke duniya ko ekhini mention koribo paribo, or you can follow this as well and note down kori with the date apnaluke monot rakhilo. So not only teor autobiographical book, novels ba stories asile, teor kisuman other compositions asile jikhiniu amar kane bahut beshi important hoy janibo karone. So hebur hoise kisuman Jigyasa, In Search of Joy and Pain, Duhar Digonto, Itihahor Hakki, Witness History, Heaven and Hell, Sweetest Time of Life, We Need Books, Diverse Experiences and Feelings, What Do We Want from Life. Ebur kisuman teor important other compositions hoy apart from novel and novel, poetry, short stories. Jibur ebur kitab teor likhisile jikhini apnaluke pohibo pare aru tare bikhoye important aspects kisuman yate apnaluke nijor asset mention koribo pare. Aru thakibo logote Source of Endless Inspiration, Nue Pastor, My Favorite Man Socrates, etc. To ebur kisuman teor important aspects hoy. Next ako ahibo teor Happiness and Sorrow, Jibonor Hondhan, Pursuit of Life, Pathokor Tukabohi, Pursuit of Wisdom, Atmao Dipobhava aru Kotha Barta. To ebur hoise teor kisuman important other compositions jikhini teor nijor life span or time korisile. Next ahile Homen Borgohain also wrote various books to promote mental excellence. Ami agote teor social life or pae hisu, social work or pae hisu. He was a promoter of or teor bahut beshi believe korisile mental and physical health hot. So teor especially students or mental excellence or karne kisuman kitab likhisile. Heya hoise tinikhon important kitab hoise Joy of Reading Books, Pride of Being Human, and then Benjamin Franklin. Etu teor important social work ote ahibo because teor মেণ্টেল এক্সেলেন্স প্ৰমোট কৰিবৰ কাৰণে স্পেশালি ষ্টুডেন্টছৰ মেণ্টেল এক্সেলেন্স প্ৰমোট কৰিবৰ কাৰণে এই তিনিখন কিতাপ লিখিছিলে কিছুমান তেওঁৰ কিতাপ আছে কিছুমান তেওঁৰ এডিটেড ওয়াৰ্কস আছে যিবোৰ তেওঁ কিতাপ এডিট কৰিছিলে আৰু নোটেবল কিছুমান বুকস আছে যেনেকুৱা Assamese Literature of the 20th Century এখন ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট তেওঁৰ এডিটেড ওয়াৰ্ক হয় দেন আছে Assamese Story Collection Part 1 and Part 2 Assamese Story Collection খন আপোনালোকে মনত ৰাখিব Part 1 আৰু Part 2 ভাগ কৰা হৈছে History of Assamese Love Poems এটোও জয়েন্ট আছিলে জয়েন্টলি কৰিছিলে তেওঁ Prose Pursuits Malik या फिर Honor 100 Years of Assamese Poetry etc. আৰু লগতে আছিলে Assamese Literature Part 6 এয়া তেওঁ এডিটেড ওয়াৰ্কস হয় এখিনি তেওঁ এডিট কৰিছিলে as a writer next আহিলে তেওঁ ড্ৰামা লিটাৰেচাৰ তেওঁ সকলো এসপেক্টত তেওঁ নিজৰ কাম কৰিছিলে তেওঁ সকলো এসপেক্টত তেওঁ কিছুমান প্ৰভাৱ আছে তেওঁ নিজৰ কাম আছে সো ড্ৰামা লিটাৰেচাৰটো তেওঁ বহুতখিনি help কৰিছিলে তেওঁৰ ইনফ্লুয়েন্স আছিলে সো the one act play written by Homen Borgohain who has also contributed to the field of drama literature is Ratnapur Evening এইখন হৈছে এখন one act play তেওঁ লিখিছিলে one act play আৰু সেইখনৰ নাম হৈছে Ratnapur Evening and not by bread alone apart from this the other drama he wrote is Sudden Evening এই তিনিখন হৈছে তেওঁ drama work Ratnapur Evening not by bread alone আৰু Sudden Evening importantly Borgohain held the charge as a president of Assam Sahitya Sabha at the Dibrugarh session in 2001 or Dibrugarh session or Assam Sahitya Sabha তেওঁ as a president asile this is a very important information to be included in your essay je Borgohain as a president Assam Sahitya Sabha Dibrugarh session of 2001 ot charge loisile next asile and held the charge of president of at the 2001 ot Dibrugarh Assam Sahitya Sabha president 2002 Kolgosia session ot president hisabe asile during his tenure as president Homen Borgohain took over the initiative and published encyclopedia aru teo jetia president hisabe asile Assam Sahitya Sabha teo dukhon kitab publish korisile that is encyclopedia aru bigyan kosh encyclopedia aru bigyan kosh teo jetia president asile hei samoyete Assam Sahitya Sabhar pora publish kora hosile so ekhini teo drama aru literature kotha next ahile teo kisuman important awards teo bahut kam kori gosile teo kisuman important awards hoise important awards paise jenekwa Assam Publication Board Award 1977 ot Sahitya Academy Award 1978 Assam Valley Literary Award 1991 Assam Sahitya Sabha Award 1991 aru Nilomani Fukan Award from Assam Sahitya Sabha to ei keita apnaloke ekebare bhul nokoribo ei pasta awardor naam apnaloke dunia ke as a awards bullets points ot mention koribo because ei awards keta teon life span or ba literary works or karone bahut important hoy next আহিলো আমি আমাৰ এসে খনৰ কনক্লুজনত এতিয়া যেহেতু আমি পার্সোনালিটি এজনৰ কথা পাতি আছিলো পার্সোনালিটি এজনৰ কথাৰ বিষয়ে লিখি আছিলো তেওঁ গুটে লাইফৰ কথা তেওঁ কোট কি কৰিছিলে পঢ়া শুনা তেওঁ লিটাৰেৰী ওয়ার্কস এন্ড আদাৰ এসপেক্টস গুটে মেনশন কৰি কনক্লুজনত আপোনালোকে ইফ ইউ হ্যাভ লেফট সামথিং देयर কনক্লুজনত ধুনিয়াকৈ আপোনালোকে মেনশন কৰিব পাৰে সো ইয়াতে মেনশন কৰা আছে the literary works of Homen Borgohain are not confined to Assamese language alone সো আমি ইমান দেৰি তেওঁৰ গুটে কামৰ কথা mention kori ahisu discuss kori ahisu kintu in the conclusion I have mentioned about the fact that teor kam khini okol Assamia language ote himaboddho nasile teor kisuman translated work asile teor kisuman kitab already translate kora hoisile not only in English but also as well as in other Indian language so Homen Borgohain novel khon jikhon asile Antarang Bili hekhon English Udia aru Hindi translate kora hoise লগতে নেপালী বড়ো আৰু বেঙ্গলীও মৎস্যগন্ধ নভেলখন ট্ৰান্সলেট কৰা হৈছে হিন্দী আৰু নেপালী apart from this the novel পিতা পুত্ৰখন total 21 Indian language ট্ৰান্সলেট কৰিছে লগতে ইংলিশ আৰু হিন্দীটো 21 language পিতা পুত্ৰখন ট্ৰান্সলেট হৈছে আৰু লগতে ইংলিশ আৰু হিন্দীটো হৈছে তো তেওঁৰ কাম অকল অসমীয়া লিটাৰেচাৰ বা অসমীয়াতে হিমাবদ্ধ হৈ নাই থকা the short stories of Homen Borgohain have also been translated into various Indian language আমি ইয়াতে নভেলৰ কথা পালো লগতে Homen Borgohain short stories বোৰ গুটেখিনিও তেওঁৰ various Indian language translate কৰা হৈছে so ইয়াৰে পিছত আহিব হোমেন বৰগোহাঁই is referred to as বটবৃক্ষ তেওঁক বটবৃক্ষ বুলি উপাধি দিয়া হৈছিল আৰু তাৰ মিনিং হৈছে revered banyan tree banyan tree বুৰে সদায় ডাঙৰ জুপুহা কৈ থাকে সকলোকে ছাঁ দি ৰাখে হোমেন বৰগোহাঁইৰ পাৰ্সোনালিটি টু তেনুকা আছিল তেওঁৰ কনসাইন্স টু তেনুকা আছিল সো তেওঁ বটবৃক্ষ বুলি কোৱা হৈছিল আৰু that sustain কিহৰ লগত তুলনা কৰা হৈছে banyan tree এজোপাৰ লগত because it banyan tree sustain an entire ecosystem আৰু ইয়াতে বটবৃক্ষ হয় হোমেন বৰগোহাঁই entire ecosystem of reader writer আৰু literary enthusiast লগতে ৰাখিছিলে তেওঁ সকলোকে সাস্টেইন কৰি ৰাখিছিলে this is a very very important information about হোমেন বৰগোহাঁই and next here in the conclusion we have the birthday of Homen Borgohain a living library of Assamese literature তেওঁক লগতে বটবৃক্ষৰ লগতে তেওঁ কোৱা হয় living library of Assamese literature due to all his literary works and his personality is celebrated as Pragya's Day on December 7 etu eta important information that is teo living library of Assamese literature bili koa hoy aru teo birthday Pragya Day hisabe palon kora hoy December 7 on Homen Borgohain who has been engaged in the service of Assamese literature and the news world for nearly 5 decades was diagnosed with COVID-19 and died on May 12 2001 তেওঁৰ মৃত্যু হৈছিল COVID-19 ত 2001 or May 12th at the age of 88 so here is the conclusion for your essay so gutei essay khonot apnaloke dekhise yate তেওঁৰ autobiographical work literary work তেওঁৰ কিছুমান social work or kotha তেওঁৰ career or kotha kot keneke kaam korisile তেওঁৰ important কাম বোৰ তেওঁৰ important life or aspects বোৰ আমি মেনশন কৰিছো ডিসকাস কৰিছো so এইখিনি আপোনালোকে ধুনিয়াকৈ মেনশন কৰি দিব ধুনিয়াকৈ মনত ৰাখিব line by line with paragraphs আপোনালোকে নিজৰ asset mention কৰিব and that will be very helpful to make it proper আৰু ইয়াতে other informations কিবা থাকিলে আপোনালোকে ধুনিয়াকৈ মেনশন কৰি দিব পাৰে and if you have any other question related to any other thing আপোনালোকে comment box ত ধুনিয়াকৈ comment কৰি আমাক খুদিব পাৰে লগতে if you have any suggestion related to essays and other thing আপোনালোকে তাতে মেনশন কৰি দিব so today we are here we come to the end of the essay discussion paper so thank you